We're going to make a start at Highbury, where, by a quirk of the Football League fixture computer, Arsenal were given the chance to say whether or not their great North London rivals Tottenham remained a First Division club. A win for Spurs would mean safety. Any other result would put them at the mercy of other sides in similar trouble. So Arsenal hold much of the future of Spurs in their hands. And Spurs, with a good run behind them in recent weeks, arrive for another of those pressure-filled matches, a look of concern and anxiety on most of their faces, though this is something they've learned to live with over the past few worrying months. Now let's pick up the two teams for this vital game. And we find, first of all, that changes are forced upon Arsenal. Goalkeeper Jimmy Rimmer is out. He broke a finger in training. And Jeff Barnett gets his first game for more than 2 seasons. Eddie Kelly also missing. But George Armstrong makes a return in the number 11 shirt. As for Spurs, they are unchanged, with John Pratt now named as the substitute.
Armstrong tried to get there first, but Perryman was after him. Brady now to Nelson. Played on towards Hornsby. Shadowed by Beale. Nelson again. Hornsby trying to dummy his way past Beale, and he didn't succeed. Simpson picking up the loose one. Nelson making a good run, which Spurs didn't really spot. And there's Nelson with an interesting cross there towards Alan. Ball turned down towards Kidd. Oh, and a deflection going across the line. No, said the linesman. No, said the referee. Yes, said Brian Kidd. And Spurs come through unscathed. Now, did that ball cross the line? And with the Spurs supporters chanting at one end, the replies coming swiftly from the North Bank, where the most of the Arsenal fans are ranked at this moment. Ball to Brady. Chipped in once more. Osgood in trouble. Kidd! And he's got it in there! Brian Kidd has scored. Well, that's a terrible blow for Tottenham. As the ball came in there, young Keith Osgood perhaps not quite positive enough, and Kidd was able to sneak in and tuck it under the body of Pat Jennings. Played in towards Duncan. Oh, Barnett had it and lost it, and Con! No, he couldn't quite get it over the line. It was kicked away right at the end by Sammy Nelson. Well, as soon as Jeff Barnett lost that one, Arsenal could have been in trouble. Con just got a foot to it, and Nelson just kicked it away. Knowles. Well there. Naylor. Equally well as Spurs come forward again. Now, Perryman, can he just get there? Barnett didn't quite know where he was. Doesn't know where he was. Oh, and can't put it wide. And Terry Naylor is roaring all over the ground. The Spurs players cannot believe it. Perryman went tearing through. Barnett came roaring out. It cannoned off his legs. It looked a simple chance for Alfie Conn, and poor Alfie Conn turned it wide of the post. A throw to Arsenal. Again, the referee looks at his watch, and it could well be that Spurs have got it all to do on Monday night against Tottenham. Brady to ball in a lot of space on the far side against Leeds at White Hart Lane. Hornsby right through there, and Jennings out again, and it's still not away yet. Can Hornsby get past Spurs goalkeeper? He can, and it's headed off the line that time by Osgood. Here's Brady, quite a finale, and this time it's into the arms of Jennings. There goes the final whistle. Arsenal are pleased with their victory, and Spurs have to worry for a little longer to know whether they will come here for the league next season. The only goal of the game scored by Brian Kidd in the first half. Spurs not finding the ball running for them very much in the Arsenal penalty area, but having certainly their moments of luck too in their own penalty area. So we wait and we wonder about the other results and about Spurs against Leeds in this midweek. A final scoreline at Highbury today then that reads Arsenal 1, Spurs 0.
So everything now hinges on Spurs getting a point from their home game against European Cup finalist Leeds United at White Hart Lane tomorrow night. If they do so, they're safe. But what about yesterday's game? In truth, it didn't really reflect a great deal of credit to either side, I think. A lot of effort by both sides. But there are one or two points that are worth examining. First of all, the Arsenal goal that finally sank Spurs. And from the camera behind the goal, we can see, in fact, that young Keith Osgood, who otherwise had a terrific game, just got that touch in there, really wasn't quite positive enough. Didn't get it away, didn't get it back to Jennings, allowing Brian Kidd to get in there and score that vital goal. Although, of course, the Arsenal fans and a lot of the Arsenal players will say that they had a perfectly good goal, not allowed, a few minutes earlier. Some good work here by Sammy Nilsson. And as the ball comes across, we wonder, did the ball cross the line or didn't it? That was the incident in dispute. As Ball knocks it back, Kidd hits it well. There's a deflection there that takes it wide of Jennings. Remember, the whole of the ball must be over the line. Cyril Knowles comes in there, stops it going across the line. As you can see, a perfectly good decision by the referee and by the linesman. That was not a goal. But if only Spurs had scored with their one real open chance early in the second half, they would still be a First Division side for sure now. The Alfie Conn miss. A good ball there by Terry Naylor. Perryman scuttling through there. Barnett comes out, but having spread himself, doesn't know where it is. Conn comes in, stretches, in fact, a little more difficult than I thought it was yesterday, as he has to stretch out there. But look how agonisingly close that was to being the goal that Spurs so desperately wanted. And look at the scene in the centre of the field as we come to it now. Terry Naylor there, prostrate in the field. Duncan with his head in his hands. Perryman and Conn both lying flat on the ground as well. So near and yet so far for Tottenham.